Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here and it's time for my March favorites. I have all kinds of stuff I want to talk about this month. Skincare, drugstore, high-end, palettes, everything. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it with some skincare I've been loving. This is kind of a surprise for me because these are rose scented products and I typically do not like rose scented things. I do not like floral scented things at all. I love sweet smells, I love coconut, vanilla. So for me to love rose scented skincare, you know that's gotta be good. Both of these products come from DERMA E. This is the Nourishing Rose Cleansing Oil, and this is the Illuminating Rosehip and Cranberry Face Oil. So the cleansing oil is pretty self-explanatory. After I remove my makeup, I use this for my initial cleanse, and then if I feel like I need to, I'll go back with a non-oil based cleanser. I don't really like oil cleansers in the eye area. It just makes my eyes feel filmy and I don't like it. I love this for cleaning my face because traditional cleansers really make my face feel dry and squeaky, and I hate that feeling. I have dry skin and it feels uncomfortable and it makes my skin look really dull. So with this, my skin feels so soft and just delicious after I use this to cleanse. And I'm really excited about this oil because for a long time I've been talking about how much I love my Tarte Maracuja oil, and I still really love that product, but it is super expensive. So I love that I've found an oil that I really enjoy that I can recommend to you. And this is only about $15 for this bottle, so it's way more affordable. I like to use this before I put my makeup on. So before I prime, I'll put a few drops of this oil on and let it soak into my skin while I get my makeup set up. That way I'm starting with a really moisturized, kind of plump feeling canvas on my face. And I also love to use oils like this to remove matte lipstick, liquid lipstick, especially when I'm swatching. It helps to clean off my hand too. You can use these facial oils for anything. You can use them to moisturize skin elsewhere in your body if you have really dry hands like I do. Feet, elbows, knees, you can use this for everything. This is a great oil. It's at a great price. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot used, but it takes a lot of uses because you don't need that much to get this much of a dent in the oil. It just has a little dropper like this, and you really only need to use a couple drops at a time. So these are my skincare favorites from the month of March. This next one is kind of a surprise for me. It's a primer. This is the Benefit POREFESSIONAL Pearl Primer, and this is a surprise to me because I'm not really a fan of the original POREFESSIONAL. It just felt too thick, too tacky, just something about it. I did not like the way it felt on my skin, but I actually really like this one. Now, I don't use this all over the face. I just use it sort of in the center of my face where I have more pores. So on my nose, the tops of my cheeks, the center of my forehead, and my chin. I don't know if this actually has a different formula other than being illuminating than the original POREFESSIONAL, or if it's some kind of placebo, or if the original one just made my skin look too dry. But this adds just the right amount of luminosity. It's not glowing through my foundation, but it also keeps me from looking too dry. Kind of wish I had bought the full size. I'm gonna go through this really quickly, but I've been really enjoying this primer. Now let's talk about my favorite foundation. This is the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. I have a whole Physicians Formula video where I go more in depth on this foundation if you want more info about it, but I will tell you, I love this. I love it. I love the way it looks on my skin. It's so natural. It's a light to medium coverage, but I do find it to be really buildable. It doesn't look crazy when you start adding layers and layers. The shade range isn't mind-blowing. I think there's 12 or 16 shades, but first of all, for Physicians Formula, that's incredible. And second of all, it's pretty well dispersed across the shades. I talk about that more in the video. I use the shade LN3. This is a perfect shade match for me. I love this. I know it's in my favorite, so obviously I like it, but everything about this is so good. I've been wearing it nonstop for well over a month. I just can't stop using it. The only thing I'll say, I'm about to go visit my mom for a couple days, and I won't be taking this because it's in this big clunky, chunky glass bottle. So I'm kind of sad about that, but otherwise, love it, 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 love it. Usually in my favorites videos, I talk about products in the order that I apply them. I'm gonna break out of that a little bit because I have some more Physicians Formula products that I wanna talk about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about these now. This is the Brow Last Brow Gel and the Killer Curves Mascara. These are also a part of the spring launch from Physicians Formula. I was so nervous about using this brow product because it's just in such a different format than anything I've ever used. I love it. It's so easy. It's all I've been wearing on my brows since I got it. Just after one use, I was totally used to it. This has been non-stop, and this is kind of a big deal because I am all in on the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara, and I've actually been using this just as much. It's been totally 50-50 for me. I keep grabbing this one. I love the way it looks. I think I like it almost as much as my Lash Paradise, which is saying something. Lash Paradise still wins out for me, plus this Physicians Formula Killer Curves mascara is slightly more expensive. But if you're somebody that is tired of hearing all the talk about Lash Paradise, you tried it and you didn't like it, here's a new one I can actually recommend to you. I've really been enjoying it. It's got a nice fluffy wand. It's not too wet so my lashes don't clump together. Just really overall enjoyed this product. Now let's talk about some cheek products. Is anyone surprised to see this? This is the AMZERY highlighter that she did in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I did do a video about this and the Soft Glam, so if you want to see more about this highlighter, go ahead and check that video out. You can see me apply it. Oh my goodness, this is so mind-blowingly gorgeous. It looks beautiful in the compact, and trust me when I say it looks just as good applied to the face. I've seen so many photos and Instagram videos of people of every different skin tone using this, and it literally looks great on everyone I've ever seen use it. I'm pretty fair. I'm not like the palest, most ghostly porcelain person ever, but I'm pretty pale, and I think this looks so good on me. And I've seen people with medium skin tones, people with super rich, deep, dark skin tones. This just looks so good on everyone. It feels so smooth and luxurious. It's like the perfect pale champagne color. It's not really yellowy gold. I was afraid it would be because it looks like it might be kind of yellowy in the pan. No, it's not. Let's just, like, that's just smudged on with my finger. Like, really? Just, that's all I need to say. Even just like smudging this on with your finger, it looks freaking gorgeous. This is so good. If you're on the fence about it, if you're like, oh, I have a million highlighters, I know, trust me, I feel ya. Still so glad I bought this one. This has been the #1 thing I've been reaching for this month. I can't say enough good things about this. AMZERY killed it, ABH killed it. Everybody, it's thoroughly dead because they all killed it. Another cheek product that no one will be surprised to see. This is the NARS Wanted Cheek Palette Volume 1. There are 2 versions of the Wanted Cheek Palette. There's a lighter one, which is Volume 1, and then a deeper one, which is Volume 2. I swatched them all in another video, so I'll link that down in the description box if you're interested in seeing more about these palettes. And I will tell you, these 2 bolder shades on the end have not really been getting a whole lot of action from me, but these 4 shades, so I'll mix like these two, these two, these two. I'll mix one of the shimmery ones with one of the mattes. I love it. I love the versatility, the pigmentation, the wear time, just everything about this palette is insanely good. This is also a great value. I did a cost breakdown in the video about this palette, but you're getting so much product for your money, especially for getting to try 6 shades. This will definitely be traveling with me. It's sturdy. It's got a great mirror. This is all the blush I need and more. I am so crazy about this palette. I love the versatility. The shades are perfect for spring. You'll be seeing this again. I can guarantee you of that. Favorite eyeshadow palette of the month. I bet this one's gonna surprise you because I bet you expected me to say Soft Glam, and while I do really enjoy that palette, I'm throwing you a curveball. This is the Coffee palette from WINKY Luxe. I've only had this palette for a couple weeks. I honestly haven't been using it all month, but I have been using it the past couple weeks, and since I started using it, I really haven't used anything else. Of course, with the exception of today, I filmed my ColourPop spring collection video. That's where the yellow and glitter comes from. But I even had a really big event for my husband's work, and this is what I wore. Is it the most exciting thing in the world? That depends on who you ask. It's definitely a neutral palette, but guys, it's coffee scented. It has everything I need. There's light, medium, and deep shades. There's a great mix of mattes and shimmers. I know that I can just grab this palette and get an entire look out of it. I love the packaging. It's a great price. This is another one that kind of snuck up on me, and I'm glad it did. Winky Lux is underrated. I'm going in for some more of their palettes because I've really been impressed with this one. I have two lip favorites for the month. They're both from the drugstore. They're both nudes. Do these shades look eerily similar? Why, yes. My lip favorites always do. Okay, the heart wants what it wants. My heart wants nude lipstick. Even though these lip products have different formulas, different finishes, they both kind of achieve the same goal for me. They're both super comfortable and they both look great with just about any eye look. And bonus, they're both super affordable. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Lip in the shade All Natural Nude. And this is the lip lacquer from E.L.F. in the shade Praline. So this one's a little bit deeper, definitely a glossy finish. I know I didn't branch out too much with the lips this month. Sometimes you just gotta follow your heart, go with what feels right. That's it for my March favorites. I'd love to hear about the products you enjoyed this month. Leave a comment, let us know what you've been loving. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. There's shade range. Huh? Huh? My lip gloss tastes so good, I'm distracted by it. Don't eat your makeup. These in... That was attractive. I would love to hear... Oh man. I'd love to hear my voice not sound like crap is what I'd love to hear. Don't forget to get a thumbnail. Holy crap-a-moly. That's enough. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Which this is not. So yeah, okay. All right. Great, bye.